Please welcome on stage Avneet Sachdeva. The stage is yours.
Thank you, everyone. Good morning, Athens. We are in Athens, right? Yep. We're still in morning, right? So then, let's try that again. Good morning, Athens. Good morning. Thank you. Quick raise of hands, guys. How many of us are here from Athens? Wow, that's a big percentage. How many of us are not and here for the first time? I'm here today from, any guesses? Thank you, London. That's where I come from, right now. And my clicker's not working.
It's not good.
What's not good? Technology you have? It's not good for Londoners, you mean? We'll find out. Okay, but where I really come from is India, as Anthony mentioned. I moved from India, Delhi to be precise, to London. This is going back quite a long time. I'll give my age away if I tell you when. Just on the basis of something that we have, a hunch. I didn't have a plan, and I decided to move to do more. And so I did. I did more. I got into the corporate world. I did very well for myself. Climbed up the ladder, as we call it. Got to earning 6 figures. Brilliant, right? Until I got made redundant. So living the fine life kind of became a bit of a balance. Never mind, got up again, started again, got a job again. Happened again. And that's when I realized the same hunch helped me. I need to do something more than this. I need to make sure that I just don't rely on one source of income. To be mindful, guys, I'm talking a time when no Instagram or YouTube was talking to us about passive income, which we hear a lot about today. So none of that. What I did do is I started learning about investing and trading. Something I had no previous background on. When I understood my financial priorities and the mindset, it took me to the next level. I became the wealth empowerment coach, so much so, I work with organizations to create financial empowerment, to create that wealth mindset as a copywriter today. And yes, I talk about it as well, like I'm doing here today. All this when I'm not a financial advisor and I don't have any traditional financial background. And I tripled my net worth in under 8 years. That's why I'm here today, talking to you about financial empowerment, how I did it, and how all of you can do it too. Are we ready? Perfect. So, what is financial empowerment? Anyone? Yeah, please.
The ability to say no to the things you don't want.
That is definitely empowerment. Agreed. I'll tell you how I define it, if it makes it easier. Financial empowerment to me is the right mental and emotional state so that we can make right financial decisions for our own self and our life. Simple enough, right, guys? So now you can decide for yourself, are you financially empowered? And let's figure out, why do we need to be financially empowered? And you guys know more than anyone else about this. My example, of course, financial empowerment a few years ago. Find a husband, get married, have kids, buy a house, get a mortgage, buy a car, go on holidays, put money in savings. That was enough. It really was. It was enough for my mum. Wasn't enough for me, because look, and this room knows it more than anyone else. Self-employed, freelancers. I don't know about you guys. I didn't get married. So you think I'm not empowered? Damn right I am. We are changing financial empowerment, guys. We're building how we can be financially empowered in today's world. So the importance of financial empowerment is more even today, not just then. It is actually super essential. It's not just something you can say, yeah, maybe when I get time. You're self-employed. That is, you need to be empowered. You're even employed by someone. That can change tomorrow. So why are we not doing it to ourselves? What are we waiting for? Now we know why. Let's see how we do it. So I'll tell you how I did it, and you guys can then do it too. First things first, you don't need to take any notes. I'll send this over to you, so you've got it in your inbox straight after that. Concentrate, listen, enjoy. Put your questions down if you have to, that you can ask me later, if we get time. So, 3 simple steps to create financial empowerment is how I coach. Number 1, quite naturally, we need to know what we're doing. First step, we need to learn how to be financially empowered. Because financial literacy is needed at any stage in life. No matter what age, no matter what background. I just gave you my example, right? And I did not start in my 20s, to add to that. A lot of people don't. So, financial literacy is not just for those seasoned professional guys. It is, for us, super essential to know. You know why? Because nobody else cares for our money like we do. Nobody else. And that is a fact. One of my coaches taught me that right in the beginning. No one cares. So you need to know what you're doing. Even if you outsource it, you need to know what the person's talking about. It's our money. Why not? So whether it comes to understanding our savings, investment basics, debt management, very essential part of it. Guess what? What I just mentioned, starting early is a super huge advantage. But it doesn't matter when you start. We just have to start at any time. Because tell you what, industry standard in this world is 10 years. 10 years to know what you're doing. And you're going to make mistakes. And yes, as you can read, you're going to lose money. But you're going to make more money. And that's how it operates. So much so, I'll just add that. It isn't part of my presentation. I still made a mistake yesterday, guys. So if that's a consolation, take it. But I'm glad that my mistake percentage is a lot lower than what it used to be. I've made some, trust me, and so will you. So, and I'm sharing some tools that I used, and I'll tell you why. There are many tools I use. The reason I chose these, number 1 is eToro. That's a trading platform. You might or might not be aware of it. It's a global one. These guys, 2 reasons. They are easy to use. So it's very easy to start with them. And you can diversify. You can't just, you can do stocks, if I'm talking gibberish, just hear me out. Stocks, bonds, anything, even crypto for the ones who are a bit, strong-willed. You can still do it on eToro. The other one, actually, it is a platform. It's more a club. And that's why I brought them here today. They're a club. And again, 2 reasons. You will have direct access to coaches. No better way to learn. You will have access to people who are in the same mindset, same journey as you are, and people who've been doing it for many years. So there's so much of hand-holding with these guys. It's unbelievable. And the second part that I was talking about, the ease, but also you do it at your pace. You take your time, because guess what? We have got time, and it takes a lot of time, so we'll need the time. And these guys are there to support you. So that's why I thought I'll bring them in, because I personally really have learned a lot from these guys. Like I said, it is never too late or too early to start. So we better start now. Second step, of course, we're going to start learning. We need money, don't we? We need money to know what we're doing if we're going to be learning. So let's see how we manage that. There are a lot of tools online. This is what I choose to bring, and you'll see that in a minute why. So we know why it is important to money manage, right? We need to invest. We need to live our life. Because today's earnings are inconsistent, and that is the consistency we have in this world. Employed, self-employed, freelancer, you name it. So the only way to actually create some form of consistency is to have a better money management skill. And for that, I have something that works wonders. It works wonders for me, works wonders for everyone. And guess what? It is what the wealthy use, so why shouldn't we? So, this is how we break it down. 55%, you get your money all into one bank account, and multiple bank account strategy. It's easy to do, online bank accounts. Open one for your main expenses. Industry standard is 55%. Make sure you transfer all 55% into one account. Your bills, your mortgage, your rent, groceries, petrol, name it. All goes out from there. We've got 45% still left. 10% for investment. Doesn't matter if you're not investing, because when you will be, you will need the cash, and you would want that cash to be there. That is set aside. So no more excuses. I don't have money to invest. That goes out of the window. And the next one, the next 10%, is growth. How are you going to pay, guys? You know, sign up for clubs, sign up for courses. Where's the money? That's where the money comes from. And you guys know, people in this room more than anything, we need to constantly evolve and grow. Whether we pay for our courses, whether it's for our businesses and for our craft, we need to find money to do it. Not the least is the next one. All this work, we also got to have some fun, yeah? We want to go out to the cinema. I do. Even in London, I watch my Bollywood films. Do you know that? And go out eating nice meals, go out for a drink, go out dancing. Why not? You have got a budget allocated for that from 10% of your earnings. And guess what? That 10% needs to run out every month. Make sure of that. And the next, that actually coming back to that, I think that really replenishes us with all the work that we keep on doing, guys. That is needed. The next one is a giving back. Now, I'm sure a lot of you guys completely do this anyway, but I personally really feel that's the way our soul is replenished. The feeling that you get when you do something and give back, you know, it's a 5%, and you decide. You might be doing it in your time, so you don't need all that money. It might be 1%, 2%, completely your call. But that is what the wealthy do. That is how the wealthy make it happen. So why not? Let's give it a go. And yes, of course, if you're freelancers, we need to find money for taxes, especially in some countries, like the one I come from. You need a lot of it. And that is 10% of your monthly earnings. Put into your account. I mean, for those who don't have that problem, you know, sitting in Estonia or I don't know, other Dubai or God knows what other countries there are, you can put it towards your holiday fund, your kids' savings, you name it. Divide it. Do it the way you want. That's your money managed. That's your money looked after. You can start investing. You can start working on your education for your financial future. And you've got the money for it. And as you can see, everything is aligned very well. And you guys can start yesterday, as we say. Now, you'd say, okay, I've got the money, I've got the knowledge. Why do I need that empowered mindset? My coach says it's 20% of strategy, 80% mindset. 80% mindset. Just like with everything else in life. You think, okay, yeah, you know what? I hear you. We'll see, I know what I'm doing. I'm pretty confident. Until. So, we know our mindset impacts our finances. Until something like that happens. That happened to me. 80% of all the work I did, all the money, gone. In a matter of seconds. I froze. I didn't do anything. I couldn't. All that knowledge, all the access to coaches. So where did it take me? Of course, to the scarcity mindset. I have lost all my money, I'm a victim. For a month, I sat there, not literally like that, but frozen. What I didn't give up is talking to the coaches, understanding. I wasn't taking any action, but 30 days later, I realized I'm at the rock bottom already. There is only one way to go up, and that is up. And that's when I started. And I thought, okay, I've got access to coaches, I've got the knowledge. I did it then. And somebody asked me, what are you going to do now? You know what I said to them? With all this, I did it then. I will do it again. And that's when I realized that there's something inside me that makes me come this far. And today I'm going to share that with you. I call it my little empowering secret. Might not be a secret to you guys, but that self-belief that comes from knowing. Let's go back. My definition of financial empowerment, my mental state, that's the self-belief. I have access, I have knowledge, I can make it happen. Do you remember what the second one was, guys? Emotional. Where do we fill that gap now? Can you imagine the emotions when all that has happened to you? Probably you shouldn't, because it's not nice. The only way I got through it, because I had faith. Faith in something that keeps me going, which is more and bigger than myself. And you decide what it is for you. I know what it is for me. For that matter, the country where I come from, India, we say, start believing in a stone. That'll be your God and show you miracles. That's how strong the power of faith is. And as promised, I'm going to get to the last slide in a minute, clearly, which is, coming to all of this, guys, our mindset really is very important if we want to change our financial future. 80%, remember that percentage. And you can scan and message that Athens, I will get this directly emailed to you. And I'm up for any questions. And I finished before time. Didn't I?
The mics are working.
One, two, one, two. So what kind, you have one or two habits to follow through your financial follow-up that you do, maybe you force at the beginning to do and then finally becomes a habit. Do you have a couple of everyday habits or weekly habits to keep that tracking down the finances?
Very good question. Habits is a very important part that forms that empowered mindset. I'll tell you, if I told you that don't get obsessed about it, is a habit that is very hard because when it's our money, we care. So put a regimen down. Yes, I'll tell you everything relates to that habit. Getting up in the morning, going to the gym actually helps because how you feel after, it really relates to what you do with your money. Everything, our emotions, our mental state, whatever you guys do to us. So top 2, look after yourself and don't be obsessed about money. You'll make it.
Thank you.
Thank you.
So no other question?
Oh,
Okay.
Can you suggest some courses that we can take? Some courses.
well, you can start. I'll tell you what I started with. I went the deep end first. Don't ask me. I follow my hunches. I started learning about investing and trading. So you can start with that. And there are a lot of courses around in the market. I'll do my research. Definitely do your research. What I suggested, the reason I suggested is because that is a learning platform. Those guys give you all the knowledge, give you the access to coaches, and that way you can learn. There are many more, but that works for me because I've been with those guys, and I still am with those guys because I now coach with them. So there are a lot of them, but yeah, that's what I do. Yeah.
In terms of just testing if this
It's
works.
working.
So in terms of financial products to invest in, any that you recommend in particular to start with?
Go with what you guys feel more comfortable with. You know, some of us like deep end, go crypto. No, don't do that. You can. I know people who have. If I told you that I started that end and I moved into stocks later. So make your choices, because I knew I needed to learn more, and that really helped me in learning about stocks. But before that, I did go safe. I started learning about funds. So, you know, where your money growth is slower, but you are more assured, and you learn. So take your time. 10 years, remember? I mean, you can do it sooner. But yeah, start with the safer option, and you can do a lot of things at the same time as well if you want to really push that boat.
Okay, thank
You'll
you.
get to that point, pretty sure.
Thank you.
That's right.
Thank you.
That's all right.
You used the word wealthy instead of rich, and rich is very much used when it comes to financial freedom. Was this on purpose? Was there some thought behind using wealthy and not rich?
Absolutely. Well caught. I was rich when I was working for the corporates. Where did it land me? Money in the bank, which could go down. And, you know, I wasn't empowered. When you're empowered and you're doing more, not just for money, for your wisdom, to create wealth and a better environment, you're wealthy then. So, yes.
Thank you.
That's all right. Okay. Well, thank you, everyone.